Hey, travelers, we're back. Got the LeBears with me this week, in case you didn't know their last names. Now they're going to find you. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going to talk about summer beers because it's, at least up here in Wisconsin, it's been crazy hot.
Mm-hmm.
So what better than to sip on a few summer-type beers anyway? The first one we're going to try out is actually perfect for summer. It's called the Summit Lazy Sipper.
Mm-hmm.
So, Troy, you said you had this. This is not the first time they've made this beer?
I think they made it last year, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think they canned it this year for the first time. Last year, I think it was draft only, to my knowledge.
Oh, okay.
Does it say strawberries?
It says, hint of strawberry.
Does it?
Yeah. So maybe you were...
No one told me there were strawberries.
Oh.
I don't know if I got
hope you
hints
like
of strawberries when I was drinking this earlier.
Hopefully nobody's allergic to strawberries.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh.
Okay.
Get some drama up on this show.
Yeah. We could use a little drama, huh?
I'm juiced.
Troy
Juiced.
stole your glass. There you go. He traded.
Well,
All right. So...
Summit Solid Brewery.
really low ABV. What did I see on this? Like 4.8, something like that. The description is basically hops, malt, and strawberries. So, take what you can. Pretty light colored beer.
I don't
Always
get much on the
looking for
nose.
low ABV in the summer. I know if you're going to be out on the boat, it's easy to get 3 or 4 deep and not realize what happened.
Right.
If you're drinking double IPA, day is over.
Yeah, and you don't want the day to be over that quick.
Nope.
Yeah, that's bad.
I really get the strawberry on the
business.
finish more than anything, and that's ever so slight and gentle. I don't know if I would have picked that out if they wouldn't have told me on the can.
Yeah, if they hadn't
Right.
said strawberry on the can, I never would have got there. But it's
I
tasty.
would have said maybe some kind of fruit, but I don't know that I would have said strawberry.
I mean, Summit's a solid brewery too. You don't often get a beer that's not right on point from them. So
Yeah,
for a Summit beer, I'd say it's not their best, but overall, a good beer.
it's a good summer beer.
Yeah.
While you're sweating one out in the hot sun.
Yeah, if it's 93
Maybe
degrees.
cruising down the freeway in the hot sun, but don't drink and drive.
Yeah,
don't drink.
Why
in
are
a
we
vehicle.
cruising?
Maybe on your boat.
Sorry, it was a reference to a song that neither one of you got.
Oh. Was it country?
No,
Oh.
it was not country.
What was
It
it?
was How Bizarre.
Oh, I do know that one.
Good job, Troy does it.
Yeah, how bizarre.
About a little bit about Summit. They just redid their Taproom.
Yeah.
So go check that out. They're over in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Summit's also the second largest brewery in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Largest being Shells.
Yep.
I think it's mainly because of Greenbelt.
Yeah, they bought Grain Belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But-
Summit's a huge brewery. They do a lot. They're a good brewery too. So
Yeah.
They have a couple really nice events over the summer too. So speaking of summer, if you're looking for something to do and you're in the Twin Cities area, they've got a lot of events. They've got a space where bands play. I would really recommend checking them out and food trucks, everything.
I guess this was really a question we should have asked at the top of the podcast. But what makes a good summer beer?
Did we even talk about the fact that we're doing summer beers?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, just making sure.
I talk really fast. Yeah. Low ABV.
Drinkability.
Yeah, drinkability.
Crushability, I guess is probably the term you want to use as opposed to
Is
drinkability.
that what the millennials are saying now?
Crush
no,
No.
no, that would be like younger than millennial.
Oh, sorry.
Millennials are like old now.
We can crush beers, though. I mean,
Yeah, oh, sure. Crushable beers. Yeah. I would say something that you can probably
Fruit.
have 2 or 3 of and you're not really going to notice it.
yeah.
Lighter body, for sure. You don't
Yeah.
want like a heavy mouthfeel where you're like
little fruit.
more thirsty than you started.
Which is probably going to, everything we're saying right now is basically going to negate the third beer we're going to drink, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all right.
Palate wrecker.
Yeah, well,
Well, not really.
but I mean,
I think a sour
refreshing
stout.
can
Yeah.
happen in multiple ways. You can have a crisp, clean refreshing. You can have like a fruit refreshing. You can have a zest refreshing.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a refresh.
Maybe just refreshing.
I think the underlying common denominator here is refreshment.
There you go.
I mean, it's hard to get refreshed with like a bourbon barrel imperial stout.
Yeah, probably one of the defining characteristics is also the light malt flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe more so that.
Maybe
lets other
maybe a,
flavors fall
maybe a
through.
bourbon barrel stout if you're just done with being outside.
Yeah.
And you're just finding an excuse to get inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Minnesota beer, great, right? So we got another Minnesota beer,
Minnesota.
Liftbridge, which is in Stillwater, Minnesota, up on the hill, not downtown Stillwater. For those of you that are familiar with Stillwater,
I think they just commissioned to build a new building.
they did,
Are they going
and
downtown?
they're actually going right behind where they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
There's
But
building
it's
a
going to
facility.
be. It looks like it's going to be a 2-story facility, so it looks like it's going to be
Dang.
pretty nice.
Also, I would like to have a shout out to the Pittsburghers with Dantan.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys know, but back home that would be Dantan to get an impadang.
I have no idea what you just said, but all right.
Yeah.
This is a mango blonde or a mango wheat?
This is a mango blonde.
All right.
I got mango on the nose.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. Way more than I did.
Oh, yeah, that's way more fruit forward.
Yeah, well. Lipsbridge is a solid brewery, too. They don't really make a bad beer.
As Robin would say, smells like juice.
It does smell like juice. Pretty heavy mango taste.
Yeah,
Tastes like juice.
I'm not a big mango guy.
No.
So, like...
I would put this in a margarita. I would put ice in this, blend it, and just drink it.
I'm glad you said that because the next beer is going to taste exactly like a margarita. But
That fruit is refreshing, though. Like, once again, the word of the day. Refreshment.
I feel like a token girl, but
it's got tiki. There's a
I'm always good
Ale
for
brewed with-
a good illustrative can.
right. Tiki torches, palm trees.
I feel like such a trope, but it's so good and it's so fruity, and I hate myself, but I just really like it. I just really like it.
Don't hate yourself when you like beers. There's nothing to hate.
It's so good.
No, Lipsbridge also makes a fantastic IPA, which is kind of an understated beer that they do. They're a hop dish.
That's not not up my alley.
You don't like IPAs, huh?
No, I don't. Little known fact. But they do make one of my favorite beers at the Minnesota State Fair, mini donut beer.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They're a brewery that's really embraced in Minnesota too. They do also the Brotherhood, which is like based off the radio station. But yeah, Lipsbridge. I don't know. I would say that this is a decent beer. If you're in the mood for fruit in your beer and you want it to taste like mango, this would be the beer to go.
Yeah.
If you're not looking for fruit in your beer, I would not recommend it then.
If you got no shame in your game and you want some fruit,
And it is not a light fruity
no, it is.
taste. It is definitely mango.
It's like mango puree in your beer. It tastes like a mango beer margarita in a good way. I mean, there's no lime flavor, so it's probably not apt.
You could probably put a lime
be
on
really
it.
good on like tequila barrels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which leads me, transition into the next beer.
Call it the pivot.
This is a lime sour ale.
From
This is not a Minnesota beer. However, it is from Oliphant, which is in Somerset, Wisconsin. Not too far across the border. Actually, you can get between Stillwater and Somerset pretty easily. So,
yeah. See, all these breweries are relatively drivable distance.
Crowler, just
Impossible to pour.
impossible to pour. Such a good
If there's somebody out there
thing to
that
hold
knows
your
how
beer.
to pour out of a growler,
Leave us a message.
leave us a message
Yeah.
or send us a video on how to do it best. Because right now we are a team of fail.
We are a big struggle bus when it comes to crawlers.
Beep,
Holy
beep.
cow.
I preferred the fail bus, but
Yeah.
Beep beep.
but Oliphant.
So-
I mean, do they have a weird name on this? Because everything Oliphant does is bizarre and weird. And,
Yeah, so, as we've discussed with their beers and the crawlers before, especially the barrel-aged ones, they've got some real funky artwork.
yeah.
This is called Seal in the Deal.
Oh, of course.
I'm not really sure what's going on there.
I think it's a troll making out with a child next to a sea lion.
Oh,
Is that a sea lion?
there's a
Oh,
star.
it's a seal. It's
I
a
see.
seal.
Seal?
It's
I
a
see.
seal
Oh, seal in the...
with
yeah,
two creatures making out.
yeah. So there's that.
That's nightmare fuel.
Sometimes I would like to know how much paint the Oliphant guys huff in order to come up with some of this stuff.
I don't know.
I say that in the most lovable way as possible
Oh,
because
those
guys
are
They
fantastic.
literally make me
Yeah.
laugh at every beer fest. They're the only funny thing at beer festivals sometimes, besides
Yes.
the drunks.
Yeah,
Then
they're
they're
even questionable sometimes.
all their signs are upside down and they're running around like what?
We had a fun... Andy and I ran into them at a beer fest a while ago, and we had such a fun time with those guys. I think they only brought 2 beers, but they brought 6 people. So, they were doing well.
They're having a good time.
They were having a really
They're
good time.
having a fantastic time.
So, this
Yeah.
one you can really smell the tequila on the nose.
All right, have you used this
Why?
for the mango? I'm curious.
Now you're gonna make a blend here? Are we blending?
Oh, blending.
I'm curious. We talked about a mango margarita.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a pungent sour beer. It's so good, though.
Yeah? Not regretting it? That's good.
It's a margarita.
It is a margarita.
Listen, do that.
All of their barrel-aged beers I've been very happy with.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, I'm glad that people are aging sours in tequila barrels. That seems to be a good friendship, sours in tequila barrels. So glad we're doing that. And this tastes like a sour lime beer. I mean, once again, we're kind of like we're escalating on the fruit flavors here.
Right.
So if you want a summer beer, but you don't want a skunky Corona.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This might be your jam.
There's way better beers to drink than Mexican summer beers.
Yeah.
You know, you'll probably feel worse about yourself the next day if you drink skunky, mango. It's not skunky Mexican beers. It seems like a good idea, right? When you're drinking it, and you're going, "Oh, I'm having a great time," and then you wake up the next day and you go, "Wow, why did I do that?"
Why would?
But you never seem to learn.
And sour beers, back to the whole discussion of what makes a good summer beer, though. Sour beer is, once again, that it's almost refreshing for me after a day. It's you are on the boat drinking beers all day to come back in and have that sour beer. Still refreshing, but it's a completely different flavor profile than the rest of the beers you may be drinking. So that in and of itself is really quite nice. I got talking to the mic better. Alex is going to throw things at me.
There we go.
Sorry, that also probably blew out the levels. Like, whoa.
I love it.
But
You're doing a good job over there, Troy.
To his point of what makes a good summer beer, the body on this is actually very light. So it almost wipes all those flavors that you just had off your tongue.
Yeah.
And gives you, I don't think you could try an IPA after this and get a good reading on it, but
probably not.
If this is the last thing you're going to drink of the day, it kind of really just clears everything out and freshens everything up. It's kind of like a palate cleanser.
And sour beers tend not to be very high ABV. What's
this is only 6. So I mean, probably 2% of that came from the barrel.
Yeah.
What's this guy?
I guess I didn't see what that one was. If it even said what it was.
Yeah, I mean,
not very high. At least it didn't taste like it was high ABV.
The idea is for, you want to drink all day, not just one beer.
Right.
It's not like winter where you're like, I just need one beer to knock me out.
Yeah. Just to try to make it through winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to try to prolong summer as long as you can.
Well, and if you want to impress your friends, mix the mango with the lime sour.
There you go.
No, beer blending is a thing, People put a lot of time and energy into that. And
for those of you out there, comment below about your favorite summer beers. Maybe some beers that are in our area that we could try, or at least that we could find.
Blends.
Yeah,
or
have you
even
ever,
some blends.
Dumped a few beers together and found a real magical combo? I know that Lonnie Ghouls likes to do that at their Taproom, and they have all kinds of token names like
Honey
Berry
Bear
and Honey Bear. So let us know if you have any great blends. We'll try them out. Maybe we'll even do an episode on it and give you a shout out. So
blending beers.
And Troy wrote a song for it.
Nope.
It's going to be fantastic. A little bit. So those are the 3 beers that we're going to kind of go through this time. We have a little bit of news, so we're going to have a new episode. It's probably already out on YouTube by the time you're watching this. Old Irving Brewing in Chicago.
Ah, so good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And especially since I know I do, and I think I can speak for you guys too, when we go to places that have fantastic beer, and then on top of that, fantastic food.
On top of that, a good price.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to undersell how amazing it is to go into a brew pub, get phenomenal food, not have to spend $1 bajillion to get in Chicago, nonetheless.
In Chicago, nonetheless. Yeah.
So I just really appreciate restaurants that are priced within a reasonable level.
And the great thing is it's right off of...
right off I-94. There's no excuse not to go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and the final piece of that, too, is really the service. I mean... The people at that brewery were so hospitable. Great service. Great. I feel like they're friends. We stopped in and the brewer sat down with us and we kind of hang out for 15 minutes, ate our meal, checked in what was going on. I mean, you can't put a price on people who are doing good work, doing good beer, and are good people. So check it out.
I also find that his brewery was fun in the sense that, of course, he has the hazy IPAs and the strange Christmas barrel-aged beers. But they do a lot of really authentic German styles, spot on. They're Kolsch.
The Kolsch is fantastic.
That's I wish the beer community was more like that, where it isn't just who has the best hazy IPA, but they made a perfect Kolsch, and that's a lot of times a throwaway beer for, speaking of summer beers, Kolsch is a great summertime beer. But that's a lot of time a throwaway beer for a lot of breweries to make. They just make a light beer, call it a Kolsch. Your dad what for your dad, but they made a perfect one. So shout out to those guys on making good beers, even though they may not be the trendiest styles on the planet.
Well, and I think he fills that trendy gap with a lot of experimental type stuff. When we were there, he just put on a mushroom and tea beer.
Oh yeah. That was a weird one,
which tasted like maple and bacon.
Yeah,
So who would have thought you could get flavors out of mushroom and tea that are gonna maple and bacon?
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, they're really doing everything well. They're experimental. They're not at the same time. They're making good food, but it's bar food done extraordinarily well.
Right. Well, and even their executive chef, though, because I'm terrible with names, I don't remember his name offhand, but he was doing a lot of crazy things, and he owns his own restaurant, and doing a lot of different stuff in Chicago, and he's very well known.
Oh yeah.
So to get him to come in and start the food, and I mean the food that we had was phenomenal.
Oh my God.
That's literally the best part of this entire thing is just going to these places, because we get to sit down and eat and drink these, and then you're trying each other's food. It's really one of the best experiences you could ask for, and we're
just happy we can document it.
Yeah, I'm just happy we can be there and do it and show off what other people are doing so well.
Right.
And so many of these breweries have just kind of welcomed us like family. I mean, between them, Crooked U, these brew pubs have come in and really treated us great, showed us everything they can do. Oh my gosh.
The guys at Firehouse made some good food too.
Firehouse.
No, we've been fed well. We've been fed well on these.
I mean, it looks like it too.
Yeah.
We're not starving.
Not starving here.
I'm going to go ahead and say, though,
doing all right.
The old Irving bar, maybe one of my favorite bars. Actually, when the bar tops.
Yeah, the old the rail car.
Yeah, and it's all beat
floors.
Up and nicked up, and then they lacquered it. That's just such a badass looking bar. So everything about that place, I give 2 thumbs up.
So we would recommend you, if you're in the Chicago area, or if you just feel like taking a road trip, go to Chicago and check them out. One of the next episodes is also from Chicago, Pipeworks. They don't have a tap room, but you can still stop into the dojo, try some beers, bring some beers home with you, and then talk to them why they named their spot the dojo.
Yeah,
I don't know that we ever found out, but and then you can tell us why they named it the dojo. Otherwise, I don't know if you guys have anything else.
No.
We're still working on a bus trip, so those of you in the area, be on the lookout for that. I think we're gonna try some different stuff this time. So,
I think we're gonna try next episode. I want to do the bad beers made by macro breweries, stuff that we haven't tried. So, if you have any recommendations, feel free.
If you have some bad beers that you want us to try,
you want to watch us drink bad beers,
you bet.
Yeah.
I'm going to call not it.
I'll be more than happy to help.
I'll be more than happy to give angry tirades to why I don't like things.
Don't need those calories.
Anyway, for Troy and Steph and the rest of here at Taproom Travelers, I almost forgot this. Comment below, like the video, subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. And I think that's all we are on. So, for these two and everybody else, we'll see you next time. Prost.
Cheers!
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, you can click down below where there's some more episodes for you to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on episodes that you do watch. We hope to see you next time.